It's Power Cell 101. This is not. You probably figured that out by the fact that it's just me, Tom Parrott, on screen, because that means we got another a Learning Annex special coming at you tonight. Live here from the San Antonio Learning Annex, the illustrious town, city that some call home, and the learning never stops. What we are doing today is providing a great service to the city of San Antonio. We're providing a civil service. The courtroom has flooded, and we need to provide some facilities for some important court cases to happen. So what we are going to do tonight is a special presentation of none other than San Antonio's leading small claims court judge, Judge Justice. Roll that intro video, Tom. Rolling it right now, Tom. Bow, 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 chicka, down, bow. It's time for Judge Justice. Making the claims go smooth, no matter how small. Court's in session, y'all. Hey. Hello. All rise for the Honorable Judge Justice. All right.
You be seated.
Thank you. You're very welcome. Oh my. I tip my hat to you. I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. I guess I'm acting as your bailiff tonight, and I just want to make sure I don't do any improper proceedings. I'm usually not on this side of the bench.
Hell yeah, it's a good job. Well, so everybody, I met Tom back in the day because he had a DUI.
Yep.
And he turned his life around. So now I'm giving him a chance to sit over here. He's a bailiff. You know, we're gonna get the bad guys. So
yeah.
We're gonna have a fun day.
I'm very excited. Is there anything, have you ever done an online court before? Have you ever interacted with anybody in a Twitch type of chat? Because we have some people chiming in who want to know some stuff.
Okay, so these are questions from the jury. They're just out there.
Right, I guess, yeah. From the jury or the gallery. We have some people who want to know about what you're going to do when justice come for you. So what are you going to do when you come for them?
Well, I'm not going to do a thing because that's me. But you should worry. Yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of things, obviously judging is the main thing that I do these days, but Walker, Texas Ranger,
right.
I beat him outside of a bar with a pool stick. So it's just, those dudes are kind of behind me, but you can do whatever, so.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well,
so I do have to say that everything decided in this court here today is legally binding. My decisions are final, and everyone already signed paperwork saying that there would be no, contesting it and going to the other court and overturning it and all this. This is the end of it. We're streamlining the system here in Texas, and that's that.
Right. Perfect. All right. So all claims brought here, all decisions are final. Everybody's agreed to this. We do want to know if this is from, it looks like Michael DeWitt coming into us from paternity leave. Am I unfit to serve on the chat jury if I'm a dear friend of the Infernal Bailiff?
Oh, well, we're all friends of the Infernal Bailiff.
Exactly.
It's great to see Michael, I was wondering about him.
Well, yeah, it sounds like he's doing all right. I think him and Jacqueline Bonnet Carter are patched things up, something. I don't know. They're figuring it out. Listen, those two crazy kids do whatever they want.
Ever since I graduated from law school, whenever I get something and I don't want it anymore, I just throw it away because I have lots of money and I live in Texas where houses are very large. But if I ever did want to sell it on eBay, I know who I would talk to.
There you go. I do have one question for you, if I may, before we get into seeing our folks for tonight. Your most consequential ruling, I mean, obviously it wouldn't have been mine. I mean, I am here now before you, and I may be in a feature film next year, God willing. But what do you think's the most consequential ruling to ever come down from your court, from your bench?
Oh, that's a great question. So I've done all kinds of judging. I do the small claims just because it's fun and I love the claims. But I think it was, we got all that money for the historically black universities in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool.
That's pretty good.
I mean, look, it's not glamorous, but it was a very difficult
No,
argument.
it's not glamorous. It's not particularly funny either, like I was hoping maybe it would be. But you know what?
Okay.
It's a good thing, and I'm happy that you did that. So good job.
Yeah. Well, that's my legacy. So
You're in the HBCU extended universe, I think.
Yeah.
I was trying to make a Marvel joke there, but the thing you brought up was so unfunny, even I couldn't make it funny. So good job.
Well, Texas A&M should not be getting any money.
I'll tell you. Yeah, you're spot on there.
Oh, they know. I mean, they got a class called barbecue science where they learn how to cut up. There's a different class for each animal, and then your final is just cut up and cook it. Like, come on.
Yeah,
I went to UT where we did learning, but okay,
Yeah, listen, we don't need to be talking about folks down at Texas A&M any more than we need to. All right, we don't need to waste air on them.
It's true. I wouldn't even drive through there, so it honestly doesn't even come up.
Well, let's go ahead and bring on. We do have a docket here on the court. Folks waiting to have their claims heard. So our first case that we'll be hearing tonight. Oh my God. Let me see here. Sorry, I just have to double check and make sure I got everybody here correct. All right. We have. Oh God, this is the downside of paperwork. You got to do all your stuff in advance.
I know. Is this
Lolita Pita? Yeah, this is Lolita Pita versus Argentine Rodriguez.
Okay. All right, great. So y'all both, I don't know how much courting you've done. You'll each have your chance to speak. So, Miss Pita, do you want to let us know why you're here today, or you want me to read the charges?
You can read it.
Okay. So I see here you are suing for theft of a Pomeranian. Is that correct? And so it says that you will either accept the Pomeranian or $2,500 cash.
Yes.
All right. Well, you want to tell us a little bit about the case?
Of course I do. This guy over here was my boyfriend. And about a year ago, we adopted a cute little puppy that I named Mitzi.
Oh, I love it.
Mitzi Fitzy.
Oh,
and you know what? She was my world.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her. And now I wonder why I am here today, because someone took her in the breakup.
Okay. All right. So let me get Mr. Rodriguez. Why do you believe you have a right to keep this animal?
Because she took my heart.
Oh. Okay.
You think my heart's worth $2,500? Wow, that's a spit on my parents making me. My parents didn't reproduce so I could put a value, an MSRP of $2,500 on my heart. Okay? This Pomeranian is all I have left. Okay? If you take this Pomeranian away, you're taking away my life. You have no idea how much I need this Pomeranian. I'm nothing without it. This Pomeranian measures my value as a sentient being. And you, Lolita Pita, all you want to do is just push me off the cliff like all your other boyfriends you've had in the past. All right? I was warned about you by Kyle and Kevin and Steve and Ronnie and Bradley and Kenny and Joey. They're all like, no, dude, she's just going to throw you away like a stupid dog chew toy. And you know what? They were right. But I am not going to meet their fates. I am not going to die. Rest in peace, all those men. Okay? I am the Pomeranian because I value my life.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, there's a lot of accusations flying. We got to unpack some of it, okay?
Right. We don't want to lead the jury too much or whatever,
Yeah,
leading the witness.
We got to get in the details, okay? So, first of all, y'all were living together. Is that right?
Yes,
y'all was living together.
We were
Who was walking
together?
Huh?
We were living and loving together.
You were living and loving. And then who was walking the dog every day? Who was feeding him?
I mean, neither of us walked him.
Okay. All right.
He didn't need to walk.
Okay, because they're very small and just prancing about. Okay, well, I'll accept that.
And can I bring something else up? Can I object? I never gave my heart to Mr. Rodriguez.
Oh.
Whoa!
So I could have
Boy.
never taken it back.
Is this a theft that you're saying he stole your heart? It was not given freely?
He's
or is
claiming,
it fraud in that he never had it at all and is only claiming
yeah,
it?
it's fraud. I never gave him my heart, so he needs to shut up.
Wow, this is really this
wow,
is
Mr.
snowballing into a
Rodriguez.
bigger case, Mr. Yay.
Oh, wow, Mr. Rodriguez. I'd like you to elaborate on the murders. Now, this is small claims court. It's not criminal, okay? But I'd like to hear more about the murdering.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if they were murders exactly, because I don't want to accuse anybody of anything, but I just know that once those 7 men, once they stopped dating her, they all met untimely ends. And the only reason that I can surmise is heartbreak. That's all it is heartbreak. Now, all right, did I take her heart? Yes. Did I give it back? Yes. Did she take my heart? Yes. Did she give it back? No. She does not give back the heart. She still has the heart in question. Therefore, I must keep the Pomeranian. The Pomeranian will be with me. And if the Pomeranian is a symbol of our love, then when that Pomeranian dies, so will I.
I object.
Okay, object. On what ground?
I just want to clarify. I don't know what grounds. I just want to clarify. I never gave him my heart either. There's no hearts giving.
No exchange, you're saying.
He was just a fun guy I lived with and fucked occasionally.
Occasionally,
so he's saying he gave you his heart. Now, can you return that to him? It sounds like you don't even want it.
I lost it.
Oh.
Lost my heart. See, Lolita is just, she's a callous woman. And I feel that I'm on the edge of just, oblivion. I feel that I'm at my wit's end here. And I don't care what happens. I just want to be done with her. But I'm not giving her the money because I don't have it. And I need the dog. So I'm going to keep the dog.
Okay, now hold on. Before our rule. How did we acquire the dog here? Do you guys know? Do y'all know? Where'd you get him?
It was Kevin, right? We got it from Kevin. He was down at the supermarket.
The dog was or Kevin was? I guess they'd both be in the same place. That seems like a silly question in retrospect. But
yeah, is this like a pickup truck puppy or like what are we talking?
Well, Kevin had it, and then before him, Bradley had it, and Bradley gave it to Kevin. And then before Bradley, Ronnie had it, and then Ronnie gave it to Bradley, and Bradley gave it to Kevin.
Wait, were they all alive at the time that they had the dog, or like did they meet their demise shortly afterwards?
They meet their demise shortly after the exchange of the dog. So that's another reason too that I don't want to exchange a dog. I don't know if the dog is cursed somehow. So I need to protect myself. I don't know if it's some sort of spiritual deposit that she puts on my soul or heart.
I'm upset because I feel like you're putting too much, you're giving our relationship too much credit because you're not like all the others. So there's no time or effort to put a curse on the dog for Mr. Rodriguez. Like, I don't even remember his first name.
Now, Judge, I have a question for Ms. Peta. Now, I noticed you've been taking some selfies during your testimony there, and you seem like a gal who understands the social media ins and outs. See, look at that. See, you understand. Now, are there any photos of you with Mr. Rodriguez that have you and the dog, or perhaps you in possession of his heart?
Yeah, if you have evidence to submit, we'll accept that.
Yeah.
My evidence is that I have no pictures of him because I would have had to think to take a picture of him. I would have had to wanted to take a picture of him, and that just never came into my mind.
Now, was that a trick question, Tom? Is that what you wanted to hear?
That's going to, I think, color the decision, because if there is no photo evidence, because Mr. Rodriguez is simply not worth the effort to have the memory. You know, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but no picture is no words. And if Ms. Peta did not want to talk about her relationship with Mr. Rodriguez, then I see this is pretty cut and dry.
I think so too. Tom, can you just approach the bench real quick? I just want to.
Yeah. What's
Are you
up?
cool? Are you cool to use biblical law today? Are you cool with that?
I mean, it's your court. I'm just here to enforce.
Right.
So whatever you say goes.
All right. Okay. I'm ready to rule. You guys ready? Okay. So
All
what
right.
we're going to do is we're going to split the dog in half.
No. She can have the dog. She can have the dog. I don't want the dog to die because, or actually, you know what? If we kill the dog, would that mean she would die?
We didn't say we're going to kill the dog. We're going to split the dog in
We're
half.
not interested. We're only going to rip it in half if he is then killed as a part of that. That's,
That's out of the purview of the court.
You can counter, yeah.
Can I go fucking find his heart and then take a live dog back?
Yes. If you return the heart, you can get the live dog. Otherwise, we'll split the dog. Y'all can come back here Sunday. We'll have the Reverend do it.
Yay!
Okay. All right. Rule.
All right.
Adjourn.
All right. All rise and all goodbye.
Okay. Let's get this next case going. We got a lot to cover, Tom.
We do. We have a lot to cover. I am more prepared on the docket this time. This next case is the matter of Depperson v. Vile.
Okay.
Depperson v. Vile. Please approach the witness stands. All right, we got Depperson here. Vile, where are you at?
Here I am.
There he is.
It's me.
All right, so Judge Justice, this here we have Ken Depperson versus Victor E. Vile. I'll let you take it from here.
Okay. Vile, are you the plaintiff or are you the defendant?
I am the plaintiff.
Okay. Well, do you want to go ahead and tell us in your own words what you're suing for? Or do you want me to read the charges?
No, I like my instructions read out to me.
Well, I don't know what that means.
I think that means that they don't want to talk about them themselves.
Okay,
Yes,
I see.
I'm like a Quentin Tarantino fan. I like hearing all my dastardly dudes read out to me.
All
Dastardly Dudes is my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. That's
So,
a real
from my
top-notch part of the canon.
understanding, from my understanding, you are suing Mr. Depperson because he had he tried to do suicide by railroad. That caused the train to stop before your other plans could be completed. Is that correct?
That's right.
Oh,
He would have
suicide
ruined
by railroad.
everything.
And what's the amount that we're talking about right now? What do you put a price on it?
$1 million.
Okay, let's do it. All right. So do you want to tell us a little bit about, what happened that day, how you were doing, what you were up to?
Oh, well, there I was, setting up my prank. And, then this man tries to kill himself.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Mr.
I mean,
Depperson,
I've been there.
How would you like to respond in that your attempted suicide? Honestly, it's probably not even Mr. Vile. That probably inconvenienced quite a few people.
Well, he's the only one suing me. So I've considered this, I should probably sue him back, countersue. Because
Okay.
I was just going on my day, just having a regular old day, decided, hey, I want to kill myself. I laid down on the tracks, and what do I see? This guy, he's scheming in the corner, and he starts making a fuss, And then this train has to screech, and I'm like, don't screech, just kill me.
So this was a spontaneous suicide, not like a premeditated suicide. This is a suicide of passion. We would.
It doesn't. We live in the USA. That come on, you can do that.
Hey, got a great point.
You can fall in love with who you want. You can die however you want. You can kill whoever you want. I'm just kidding, but you get my point.
Now,
you can't kill whoever you want.
That was a joke.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Kind of like grease the gears.
objection. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Trust me, I've tried. And I've been tried.
But
Oh.
Yeah, I have a record. Okay?
Right.
Oh.
I do have, he's got a list of priors here.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to read them out, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, they're mostly train and damsel related crimes.
Right.
We got damsel slaughter, we got damsel murder, first degree and second degree. Found not guilty on all these charges, by the way. That's why he's still here today.
You.
We also got racketeering, it looks like,
Oh, that's a fun one.
from that, and violation of prohibition laws, like a little smuggling of the alcoholic beverages.
Okay, because this is Texas. We're not selling liquor on Sundays. Y'all know the rules down here. Okay.
I learned them.
You're selling liquor on a Sunday, you dog.
On the border.
Oh, which one? Oklahoma. Oh,
The wrong one. The north
Yeah.
one. Oklahoma.
There you go. Only reason you ever go to Oklahoma is to hit the WinStar, and that I rest my case.
hey, Tom. What
Yeah.
time is it?
Game time.
And OU still what?
Chicken shit, garbage. Fuck 'em.
That's right. Okay, just clearing up how we feel about Oklahoma, y'all.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I don't
Gig 'em.
have poison I can take or something. I'm about ready to kill myself again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
just keeps going on and on.
Not in my courtroom. Okay, we just got it clean. Now, Mr. Vile, so the suit is for $1 million. How did you miss out on $1 million by the inconvenience of this man's depression, and very cute depression?
Well, it wasn't really what I missed out on. It's what I already spent money on for this
Oh.
prank. Yes. I had to get the train, right? I had to hire the stunts. There was a woman on the tracks not 50 feet away. And I had to clean up after. We had construction workers to make sure that everything was clean up and made sure that it was, respecting the national forests around us. It was a giant train crash, basically.
You know what's just
And I
occurring
miss
to
you.
me? Is that the train should have just run him over. It sounds
That's
like
what
you
I
were.
wanted.
I know, but it sounds like you were doing a bunch of commotion. So you may have been the one someone called in the train about and then disrupted his suicide. Have you thought about that?
I'll be real. I've tried many times, and all I could think of every time when I didn't get my way and I was staring down the bullet behind a extra long 12 gauge shotgun, just so long, this shotgun. I missed every time because of how big the barrel was, but every time after I shot, I always regretted thinking about doing it. So no, I don't regret hitting this man with my giant train that was red and pinstriped like my jacket.
Now, I'm just wondering, look, you can't please everybody, but I'm kind of wondering, would you like to just kill him? Would you like to be killed by him? Mr. Depperson, would you like to be murdered by Mr. Vile? Would you
like to have suicide by a scoundrel?
Yeah.
I mean, I get if it's quick and easy. I mean, you seem like a professional, so yeah, you have a record, right? You have a record.
That's a good idea. I like it when I get permission.
Good. Consent is
Get
key.
my spina sound.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we can just arrange for y'all. Y'all can come by the church again on Sunday. That's where we're having everybody meet for their adjudication. So why don't you just murder him and then listen, do not show up in this courtroom, okay? Get away with it like you did before. I don't want to be dealing with another case, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to recommend you use something, not a train this time. I'd say maybe like a giant mallet or a one of those bombs that's like a ball with the fuse coming out.
How about a piano?
A piano would be great.
On the piano.
You know what? I feel like there's always somebody playing piano whenever Mr. Vile's around anyway, very fast, so I think that'd be pretty good.
You could also, and I'm just the judge, I'm not creative like you guys, but you could also create a brick wall and then paint what appears to be a tunnel, and then ask Mr. Depperson to meet you on the other side of the wall in his vehicle, whereby he would crash.
Or,
and that way it's a fun surprise. Depperson, do you want to be surprised?
Definitely ruined my 4 doors, you know what I'm saying?
well, how about, the church is right next to the cliff, so you could have Mr. Vile run across in a cloud of dust, and then you follow him out, and then you realize, oh no, there's no actual ground, and then you fall to your death.
If for some reason you can't locate a piano, you can get an anvil. You just drop one of those too.
There you go.
Everybody's got an anvil,
Now we do want to make sure we do have a question from the jury. Kagol wants to know, Mr. Depperson, if you are in the right state of mind to give consent, though, since you do, you're clearly depressed, but we just want to confirm before we legally bind.
Yeah, how sure are you? Yeah.
Well, that's a kind of a gray, murky territory, right? I mean, you can't really give consent to, I guess unless you're on your deathbed or something, but I'm just a normal, regular guy, so.
Do you have a bed you could lie on and send us an approval, like a declaration of consent from there? That'd be a deathbed.
Be a deathbed. Yeah, sure, I can arrange that. I can do that. Just take a picture on my.
Great. That'll hold up in court, I think. Judge, what do you think?
No, I agree. Look, it's even better because you could sleep on it and then wake up in your deathbed. Send us all a group text and we'll just get that done, I think.
I'll do it.
All right, 2 happy customers. I have ruled this is legally binding. All right.
All right. That's another case closed. Wow.
Bye.
Pleasure meeting y'all.
Bye.
Boy, Tom, how we doing?
We're going much faster than I'm used to going on this time slot, which is all fine by me. I haven't even finished this bottle of Topo Chico yet, and usually I'm done right about now, but I'm going to savor this. This is going to be my treat once I get out of court.
Okay, yeah, because we only have like one more case today, right? And then we're calling it quits. We're going to the bar.
That's right. As Harris County Correction says, we are in a rocket docket. Now, our final case today is the matter of Willett v. St. Thomas More. So please approach the witness stand.
Hold on, I just saw something come in that there's like a group case. What's it called again? You know what I'm talking about.
A class action lawsuit?
A class action. So there's going to be a class action after that.
Oh, all right, great. I love a class action lawsuit.
Class action, okay.
Small claims class action. That's a rare breed. That's right. A rare breed. You rarely see those, but I do love whenever they happen.
That's right.
That's what happened. Okay. Yeah. By the way, while we wait for our next defendant and plaintiff to show up, just be sure to donate to the at Power Selling 101 Venmo to fund the Learning Annex Television's productions, and also at Pack-Theater on Venmo if you want to fund our hosts on the internet, the Pack Theater. And that sounds like I thought that was going to be enough time to have our defendants show up, but I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Oh, there we go. Hey, look at that. Somebody picked up on what's going on.
Look at that. Oh, boy.
Are you in there?
All right. Honorable Judge Justice, I present to you Tabitha St. Thomas More and Wayne Willett.
All right. Wayne is the plaintiff?
That's
okay,
correct.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can see you.
All right. That's plenty. Okay. I just got my face done. Okay. There's a lot. Now, do you want to read your complaint, or you want me to read it?
Your Honor, it is your court. You are welcome to read the complaint, as I'm sure you know it well.
Okay, so my understanding is that you are suing for the cost of plastic surgery because while bird watching, you witnessed a mob-related killing, and it happened on Tabitha Moore's property, and so you would like to join witness protection and have them fund your plastic surgery. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Yes.
You want to just explain a little bit about how you came to be where you witnessed that and what kind of surgeries you want paid for and all this?
Yes, absolutely. Well, as you may be able to determine, I am a man of a certain age and a certain likeness, and I do need all of that to change. So I was looking through, here I have my guide, my Sibley guide here, and I was looking for, it was a vermilion flycatcher that had happened to fly onto Miss St. Thomas More's property.
Now, hold on. What is that? Describe that bird for me.
A vermilion fly. Yes, let me find it for you. So a flycatcher is a sort of a small bird.
Do they catch flies?
They do. Yes, true to its name, it does catch flies. So what they'll do is they'll sort of perch upon a tree and then fly down, catch a fly, bring it back, and they'll just do that all day. Now, I will say, because we are, in the southern hemisphere, the vermilion flycatcher is not entirely common. So the fact that there was a vermilion flycatcher there, here you can see it here. There's the vermilion flycatcher. It's beauty. It's
Okay.
a beauty. It's a beauty.
Lovely.
I just could not let it get out of my sight. So I affixed my sight to it, and I was looking, and then I happened to just sort of bring my sight down a bit, and I did witness. It was just a terrible crime, and I shouldn't speak it. This is small claims. We don't talk about big claims like death and all of that.
Well, but the claim. So Tabitha St. Thomas More, you look like a nice lady. Okay.
Oh, thank you. You're lovely as well.
Thank you. Now that I hear the accent, my trust is going down a little bit because that's kind of some redcoat stuff. But you seem sweet. So what's a sweet lady like you doing like something that appears to be a murder in the purview of a bird watcher?
Oh, it's part of my pastime because I'm a comedian here in Hollywood. Is that I keep birds on my property. And apparently, poor Wayne here, my darling neighbor Wayne. Hello, Wayne. Hello.
Well, yeah, I'm afraid our relationship has changed, and I don't feel comfortable waving back to you.
Oh dear. Oh, well, I'm afraid that some of my birds have joined a bird gang. Or a mob. Did you say mobsters? Mafia? Bird mafia? My birds?
Oh, boy.
This is just how Mr. Willett described it in the initial complaint, right? I'm just looking at the paperwork. If y'all want to update me, update me.
Yes, they do. It is a mafia of flycatchers. That is their collective term. It's a mafia of flycatchers.
You know, Wayne, I've noticed some of them have taken to wearing sunglasses lately.
I did notice that. That is common. That is common for them to do this time of year.
And fedoras.
Say that again. What?
And fedoras.
But their daughters? What?
No, like the hats that they wear in The Godfather.
Now, hold on. Direct yourselves to me. Okay, we don't want y'all to get in a scuffle. First of all, Mr. Parrott, would you wear a fedora?
I haven't even thought about wearing a fedora in about 10 years.
Okay.
It's been a while. I have worn them in the past, but wearing a fedora means you're a certain kind of individual, and I ain't that kind of individual no more.
Okay. I respect that.
That's all there is to it.
Proceed. Yeah. Okay. So, well, how much surgery are we really talking about?
So, I would like if it's possible. I am no scientist, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm an ornithological individual.
Right. And that is not science because we know that birds are not real.
So they are not real, and I have to study them so that I can get ahead of the revolution that they're plotting. But if I could, I would love if I could turn from who I am, which is a 68-year-old man, if I could change into, a 17-year-old boy. I've already downloaded TikTok. I'm ready to, start a dance craze. My joints. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
That is not savage. I'll tell you what.
not.
Oh my goodness. So
It is ratchet, though.
Yes. Yeah. I have several pairs of ratchets that I use on my car. It's an Oldsmobile.
Now, sir, just to verify your age, could you describe to me what you believe the term "no cap" means?
No cap. So sometime every so often I decide to just go without, a cap.
Oh, okay.
And it's a choice, but usually because of my age, I do need to wear a cantankerous beanie.
Cantankerous.
A cantankerous beanie, yes.
Okay. Is that like a brand?
It's a beanie that's made to make you appear cantankerous. Here, see, there's
I didn't know if that was like. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about like Kangol hats and stuff. I didn't know if that was like a kind of a beanie, like a Supreme or something.
No.
It's an attitude that is shitty.
Yes. What?
Curmudgeon-y.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I did used to own a curmudgeon fedora back in the day. They really cornered the hat market before Gorin Brothers brought them out.
Now, did Miss Moore knit you that cantankerous cap?
She did. Yes, she did. She every so often she's quite the knitter, I will say. Every so often when I do approach her front door, and sometimes I need her to take a look at my cats and such, before I take a birding trip. She will sometimes have an extra knitted hat for me to wear, and I graciously accept. And they're all of the cantankerous sort, I will say. So,
all right.
So,
now, do you believe that the value of the plastic surgery that you now believe you must have outweighs the value of all these neighborly goodies over the years?
It does.
Good point.
It does.
Miss Moore, paint me a picture of this neighborly relationship, just so we can understand what has really been lost here.
I've known Wayne for over 20 years. We used to live next door to each other in Brighton, but then we moved to Hollywood, and we liked each other so much that we remained neighbors in Hollywood.
Okay.
But I suppose we had a falling out because of my birds, which I did not know. I did not know they were forming little bird mafias, though. I really didn't until, the attack and the hats and the sunglasses and the cigars and the meetings late at night, the wine.
Right. And you had to lay down the law. That's castle doctrine, right? It's your property. You can murder whatever, right?
Yes, I do. I do believe that. It's an old royal belief from England, as Wayne knows.
Oh, yeah, because castles. I always just assume everything good comes from the South, but, maybe it doesn't.
I think it's very interesting. Now I understand where those pigeons on the Animaniacs came from. It's from one of these bird mafias.
Indeed. Very good observation.
I didn't realize that was based on true events, and now I understand, right? Now every time I see, I've seen my fair share of gulls smoking cigarettes, and pelicans.
Quite common.
Right? Exactly.
Indeed.
I've seen pelicans, taking little dead drops in their beaks, in their little sack there. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought I was just seeing stuff with my eyes that was being created in my mind because of drugs. But turns out there's a whole hierarchy of bird mafia, and my mind's just sitting here. I'm just blown away. It's crazy.
You ever seen a duck dick, Tom?
A duck dick?
Yeah.
I seen a diagram of a duck dick. I ain't never seen no duck dick in up close and personal. I do know the corkscrew shape.
It's wild.
It is a thing of beauty. It is
I don't know.
It's a work of art.
I wouldn't.
I would say, all right, Wayne, I do have a bird-related question. Where would you rank the duck dick in terms of other bird penises? Like, is there a better bird penis, or is that the top?
Yeah, that is the top. That is definitely the top. That as you say, it's a corkscrew, but it also sort of acts a bit like a Swiss Army knife in the sense that it'll get into any crevice, any surface, any hole that it needs to. It can form and shape into any device.
Like a plumber's snake almost.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. So, but beyond that, other than that, the kestrel, the American kestrel, does have a fairly vibrant penis. It can sort of extend this way and that, but that's really all it can do. Other than that,
don't all penises extend this way and that?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes penises extend sideways.
Yes, and that is an unfortunate ailment. But yes, that is true.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, it's like you ever go to Trader Joe's, you see those sponges that are like a little sliver, and then you put water on them and they expand out.
Yes,
there are penises that work like that.
Now,
Mr.
Mr. Willett,
about penises.
Oh, let us know what your thoughts are.
I was just saying I've learned so much about penises today.
Right.
Do you have any penis-related fun facts you'd like to share with us? I feel like British penises might be a little different than American ones.
They're uncircumcised, right? Is that right?
That is correct. They are indeed uncircumcised.
Oh.
Hey, Judge. You know about international penises.
Oh, I studied abroad. I mean, I'm not a barrister or anything, but I went to London for like 2 weeks with a trip. Anyway.
Wait, do British penises, is that why British lawyers and justices and stuff and barristers, they have the hat? It's because their penises are also uncircumcised? Is it supposed to be a reflection of the penis?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Correct, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow. That's what I love about the learning internet, because I never stop learning stuff, even when it's not power selling.
That's right. Look, selling on eBay is only just a small part of the world, okay?
It's true. I always forget.
Small claims is where I've been trying to tell you, you know what? You could get that law degree. Kim Kardashian's working on it. You know what I mean? I would sign off on your hours and all that.
All right.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I had a lot of proposals of things to me over the past couple of weeks, and, that sounds like another arrow to add to my quiver, so consider me sold on that.
Okay. Well, we'll start the mentoring and all that, but, I hope you'll be my bailiff again. So here's what I'm thinking for these two, okay? I think that really, honestly, regardless of the pandemic or whatever, I think you two need to go on a cruise together. I think y'all need to get into international waters. You need to hit that buffet, okay? 24-hour pizzeria. Do a little karaoke, okay? Because this is 20 years, y'all. And Mr. Willett, we can smooth out that wrinkly sack of a face you got, but your bones are still gonna hurt. You're still gonna not be able to do, all the dances and the TikToks. You're still gonna be creaky as hell,
You raise a fair point.
Yeah. What do you guys say? Will you guys commit to a Carnival cruise? I think there's one. It goes down to Cozumel and Belize. He's right out of Galveston.
But of course I will. And may I also offer to you, Wayne, as a token. Look, I got this from my birds. It's Italian wine. I don't know why they chose Italian wine. Maybe it's because of the whole mafia thing.
My goodness. Well, I accept. And why don't we crack this open on our cruise, shall we, Mrs.
Wonderful.
What a happy ending. Kate, great work.
I know, another happy ending. Okay. Now, did it end up being the case that we have whatever?
A class action suit?
Yes, sir. Tom, I get tired by the end of the day. Statistically, judges let people off like just right after they've had lunch, and then the sentences get very harsh as the day goes on. And it's actually a bigger predictor of sentencing than almost anything other than race.
Oh,
I don't want to get
interesting. I didn't realize that.
I don't want to get.
hanger is more of a consideration.
Yeah, hangers, it's huge, man.
Now,
Okay.
this class action suit, this is not in my docket listing, so maybe this is a late addition.
Well, just ask around. Can you just go into the hallway and see if the class action is here, if there's interest in doing the class action? Because otherwise we can postpone it. I don't even care. But
All right.
if they want us to rule, we could rule on it.
All right, give me just a sec.
Okay.
Hey, do y'all want me to check on this thing? Is that right? There's nobody else here in the Whataburger. It's just me. I don't know why I went and looked out in the hallway.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Well,
I didn't see. There's nobody else who popped in and let me check here on all my things. Yeah, nobody. No, we do have. I mean, it looks like there may be. We have another person who come in. Yeah, we're from Argentine. Rodriguez, Argentine is back.
Okay. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Judge Justice?
Let's hear this class action, or you want me to read it?
I want you to read it.
All right.
Okay. So this is, it just says San Antonians versus that McDonald's on Main Street.
Oh, that fucking McDonald's.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So this is San Antonians versus that McDonald's on Main Street. Would you like to describe that?
All right, first off, all right, that San Antonio McDonald's is owned by the Duffy family, and they own a lot of land in San Antonio. And what they wanted to do is they're putting McDonald's all over the town. And what they wanted to do is they wanted to take down the rec center to build another McDonald's in a low-income neighborhood. But luckily, we beat them at the boxcar race. But then they didn't relent. We beat them in the kickball game. We beat them in the water relay. Every junior league sporting event, we beat them until they went to court and sued us for being sore losers.
All right, now hold on. I heard somebody else has an issue with this McDonald's as well. Is that true? We have more people want to complain about the McDonald's on Main Street?
I mean, that McDonald's on Main Street always been skimping on sauces ever since the day I first stepped in there, and that's just a tragedy. They say, they say they're going to offer up at least 2 sauces if you order a 6-pack of McNuggets, and they never follow through. All right, this is a drive-through. This is in person. All right, this is on the McDonald's app. All right, I should not be able to go order a McDonald's and get a fry or a McNugget or a chicken sandwich, a McChicken or otherwise, crispy, grilled. I deserve my sauces.
Well, absolutely. I mean, what is really the food is the vehicle for the sauce. The sauce is not in addition
Exactly.
to the food. But like, what are we even at Whataburger? You know what I mean? They got that special ketchup to give you as much as you want. Everybody
The
knows
fancy and the spicy. Yeah.
It's fancy and spicy. Thank you.
You can go buy Whataburger ketchup at the HEB if you want to.
Okay. Look, I'm on y'all's side. The guy from McDonald's, I don't think he's here. So in that sense, he's kind of forfeiting. So I'm gonna rule in favor of San Antonians.
Well, all right, but what do we get then? Does anybody all right, I feel like we need to, as San Antonians, Tabitha and Wayne, I know y'all are out-of-towners, but y'all feel free to weigh in. I feel like sauce, levity, and equity is something that is an issue for everybody. So, like, what would you think is the best response here?
Well, I would also just say that, in many of these McDonald's, that they oftentimes have those spikes there that look like this, that are meant to prevent birds from, pooping and gathering and congregating. And really, that is quite painful to the anus of a pigeon or any other body part that may come in contact with the spike.
Now, Mr. Willett, hang on. Mr. Willett, have you ever seen a grackle? You know what that one is? Is that in your book?
Oh,
I have seen a grackle. Yes,
It's a devilish creature. Okay.
they're misunderstood. I will say they're misunderstood.
They're the only birds known to murder other birds by drowning in bird bath only for pleasure. They have a horrible shrieking sound. They're very aggressive. That HEB down there, I mean, you can't even get through it. So it's really just for grackles, not for like other birds. I just wanted to mention that. I'm not trying to defend McDonald's, okay? I'm not a corporate shill.
That's understandable. I will say, if you ever do catch a grackle in just the right light, its colors are just so iridescent and gorgeous. You just really got to spend a bit more time with the birds.
Like staring into an oil slick on the ground after it
Absolutely.
rains.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Do they serve grackle at McDonald's?
Yeah, they tried it. It was one of them seasonal, regional items, or regional
Grackle.
Seasonal.
Yes, the McGrackle.
Yeah, the McGrackle. It was right on there next to the Egger McKagan on the breakfast menu, but neither really landed. I'm surprised pizza lasted longer, honestly. That pizza was garbage. The McGrackle actually was pretty good. If you put a little sweet and sour sauce on there, it's a fine bird.
Yeah.
Much
I mean,
meatier than you'd
basically
expect.
Yeah, I think they should bring. Here's what I'm gonna rule. I'm gonna rule that that specific McDonald's be ordered to bring back both the McRib and the McGrackle for the next 3 months to help us get through this quarantine. What do y'all think?
Yay!
I support that.
Excellent.
I am in favor. I think the grackles
Wonderful.
would appreciate it. They would appreciate it.
I think so too.
All right, thanks y'all. Thanks
Well-
for coming in and giving us your cases.
All right. Thank you so much, defendants. Feel free to exit the court, and we are going to wrap it up here with Judge Justice and myself. Hello.
How you feeling, Tom?
You know, I feel like a learned man, and I never say learned like that. I always say learned or learnt, but
Right.
I feel like saying learned now. You've got me to that point, so I salute you. I rise and I
Thank you.
sit, and you're welcome back anytime. I know you got you're busy, but we're happy to have you teaching classes here and seeing court cases, because this is what the real learning is, you know?
Hell yeah. Yeah, people are learning how to be correct in society, you know? And I think also some people learn the value of friendship today.
I think so too. I think, we learned that people got the value of friendship. We got people understanding the most effective ways to kill yourself and to allow yourself to be killed is by considering the other person's feelings.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much for having us, Tom. We'd love to come back anytime.
We will certainly have you back, but the Learning Annex is about to turn off the tubes, so we're going to pop on out of here before it gets too late. Thank you so much again, Judge Justice. Thanks so much for all of our viewers. Please remember, at Pack-Theater on Venmo or at PowerSelling101 on Venmo, or both, why don't you? Why not? Be charitable this holiday season and have a great